Hello, everyone, and welcome to Femacy Lighthouse. This is a general message for the sign of Sagittarius for all sun, moon, and rising signs. And you guys already know if you're interested in a personal reading, all of that info is in the description box below. There are several ways that you can receive a reading from me. You can receive it via text, you can receive it through an email. I can either send it to you through a visual. You can get a written reading from me, or we can have a phone conversation. If you're interested, my email is nightlysincere@gmail.com. We can link up about prices and which service you're interested in. Okay, so I know you guys are probably like, why is she doing another Sag reading? Well, as you know, Sag happens to view my readings more than any other sign. So I have to continue to deliver to my clientele. And also, there are various important Sagittarius people in my life, okay? And me being a fire sign, okay? Not only am I a Taurus, I am also a Leo sun and a Leo rising. I am more fire than I am actually earth energy. I resonate a lot with the fire signs, and particularly the Sagittarius. My brother is a Sagittarius who was born on November 30th. Okay, I have a good friend of mine who passed away, Apoc the Beatsmith, December 2nd. Also a Sagittarius, very talented friend of mine, Apoc the Beatsmith. And I have Vanessa, who was a Sagittarius, who is a Sagittarius. Kathy is a Sagittarius, and I know that she's watching this right now. So there's so many Sagittarius people who really watch me and who support me. And if you're not a Sagittarius, I still welcome you here. There's still a message for anyone who's watching me that is not a Sag. Okay, because at the end of this is really a counseling session, is what this is. All right, this is a consultation. And there's something from here that you can get, even if you're not a fire sign. So I welcome you here. All right. Now, Sag has similar energy to Aquarians right now. All right. So Aquarius is getting ready to basically host Jupiter that will be transitioning from Capricorn into Aquarius. Now, Capricorn and Aquarius are very much alike. Right? Very strict in nature, boss mentalities. They're good managers, good at leadership. All right. And Jupiter's been in Capricorn for some time right now. So it's kind of interesting because you'll notice that, you know, how Sagittarians are very outgoing. But since they've been in Capricorn, they've developed this earth quality, this earth element to themselves, this kind of grounded, kind of safe space, keeping things where they are, just not going outside of the box, just playing it kind of safe is how I feel Sagittarians have been coming off, which is not a bad thing at all. You know, but now you're going into some extra protection with Aquarius energy. A lot of opening up of yourself and a lot of openings when it comes to opportunities. So prepare for that. If you are working with other Aquarians, if you are in business with individuals who are Aquarius, you guys are going to flourish, basically, because the way that everything is happening astrologically, it's kind of like you're meant to be in the same setting for whatever it is that's about to take place, whether it be romantically or whether it be you traveling, getting together with other people. Things are really starting to change in a big way for you, I would say. Okay, now we're going to get into the cards so that you can further understand what I'm saying. I just wanted to make sure that I got those important points across. All right. So let's get straight into the energy. Spirit, please provide me with energy for Sagittarius. What's going on with the sign of Sagittarius? All right, Sag, we got 3 cards that came out, okay? The first card that you got is Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're dealing with one, okay? It could be any other sign, but this particularly being Gemini air energy, all right? The Lovers. So, again, Aquarius got this card too. Good partnership, good bonding coming to you, or there is someone who you think of being in union with if you're not in union already. And like I told Aquarius, if you don't feel like you and your partner are in a good space now, then it will get better, okay? The second card that you got is actually Sagittarius energy, all right? There is messages that you want to send, or there's someone who actually wants to speak to you. And you see how she's looking up at this rod here, but she's thinking before she actually makes her move, right? And if you're not sure about what it is that you do want, then it is suggestive for you to think of what is pulling your energy, because there is something or someone that you want to give more to, but you may not have the courage, or it's a sense of being vulnerable that you have to have in order to deliver the topic or the message here. Okay? Only you know what that means for you, Sag. Okay, this is fire energy. Aries, Leo, or Sag. This is having passion for something or someone. This is being attracted to something or someone. Look within. Take some time to yourself. Like I always say, sometimes when you need advice, you have to go to those who are going to keep it real with you first. So it's usually that family member, or, you know, it's got to be that friend of yours that you know that you can actually go to and speak with about these things. You can't talk to every friend about it. You know who that one friend is that would understand where you are coming from in whichever dilemma it is that you're going through. That person usually has to be someone that is outside of that circle that you are usually always in. So if you're looking for advice, it can't be from someone who you're usually always around. And I know that seems like a paradox, but that's the truth. In order for someone to get a good glimpse at the inside, you might want to talk to someone who is a friend of yours that you haven't linked up, you know, with in a long time. It could be a cousin or whoever that is, but that's the person that you want to ask for advice, because they're not around the situation as much as you are, if that makes any sense. All right, and the third card that you got here is the Sun. So this is Leo energy, all right? You could be dealing with a Leo, or there's something that is brightening up for you. I think that you're doing pretty well with money and your career, and especially your ambition. You're being responsible. I think that you're writing things down. I think that you know what you want your future to look like, and you're paying attention to the details. And I think that's a really good thing. However, I also think there are some ideas or parts of you that are coming to light here, and you have to recognize that. There may be some feelings that are in illumination here with the sun. Pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. All right. I know that a lot, Sagittarians like to look at the big picture. You know, they want a vision. If they can see the big picture with somebody, then they're like, nah, you know what I mean? This is what this person has, and I can get there because of this. All right. But it's not so much about being an opportunist right now. Your happiness is going to come from paying attention to the details. It's about the details that are going to get you to the big picture. It's not shooting for the big picture first. It's about actually brainstorming and doing the research before jumping into something. You're being called to not jump and be impulsive and go into a direction that you think for the moment is going to be fulfilling. You're being called to really research at this time. Let's see what else we have for Sag energy. Spirit, what else is Sagittarius going through at this time? What else is Sagittarius facing at this time? Please speak to me. All right. So you get the Ten of Swords here. All right. So this is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You don't have to be dealing with someone from that sign. I'm just reading the energy of the card, okay? You see how she has 10 swords in her back, okay? Now, just because you hear me say she doesn't mean that I'm talking about a girl or a guy. There's no gender in tarot, okay? This is just me painting the picture for you. There's something that has you feeling really heavy right now. Okay? And I know you're responsible. You go to work, you're taking care of business, you're happy with whatever it is you're occupying your time with, but this is how you're really feeling about whatever it is. Pay attention to this. You can't continue to hide it. It eventually comes out. And like I always say, you could be doing good in other areas. If you don't take care of this stuff, it eventually disrupts everything else that's happening. I don't know if you need to start meditating. Go on YouTube. You need to research about chakra alignments and what's going to improve your energy, what's going to open you up to your better understanding, your higher understanding of what your true purpose is, your true calling is. Who are the people that you need to have around you? Who are the people who support you the most? Are you involved with the right people? Are you dealing with the wrong people? Only you know what you're doing, and you're being called to pay attention to the fact that you can't be an opportunist right now. That's not making you happy. Going for things that are providing you with opportunity, being superficial and going for the amenities isn't making you happy. You can't be an opportunist, meaning you can't do things because you're going to reap this for example, oh, if I go over there, then this is going to get better if I, and this person is going to assist me with. No, you can't think like that. You can't think in reference to, oh, what's in it for me? Oh, if I do this, then this is in it for me. You can't, that's not how you're being called to think. You have to start paying attention to your intuition and going with the flow a little bit more. All right? Go with the flow. Not everything has to be so prepared and at a certain time. And I know that you're writing things down, which is good. I want you to pay attention to the details. The details. I know where you're headed. You're headed for greatness and success. Yes, but not everything has an incentive. You can't look for the incentive in everything, is what my point is. You have Capricorn energy here. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You don't have to be. All right. There's a connection here that it is hard to break this bond. Okay. Now, this is a card that came out, right? This usually means that it's an attachment that is challenging. It challenges you to separate yourself from it. Even if you're not around this person physically, you feel them emotionally and you feel them spiritually. Pay attention to that. Is it good for you or is it bad for you? If it's bad for you, then you know what to do. If it's good for you, then what are you going to do to change? You have the Four of Wands here. So this is the projection of you eventually being happy. You will get happiness. Believe in yourself a little bit more. It is possible. There's something that I feel like you don't think that you can achieve true happiness, true love, true marriage. There are people out there that are actually in long-term relationships with people that they really are in love with. Okay, so there's a population of people in this world, and I know that divorce is popular right now, and a lot of people are in relationships that they're not happy in. I get that. There's a lot of that. But there is a percentage of people who actually get along, who are actually on the same page, and who are so in love with each other, and who actually develop this with each other. So don't think it isn't possible just because you don't see the big picture. Forget about the big picture right now. You're supposed to be paying attention to the details right now. That is what gets you to the big picture. You gotta stop jumping for the big picture. A lot of passion and energy for something or someone. This is Sagittarius energy. However, sometimes it's not so serious energy. If someone brings something better out in you, and if someone's energy helps you to feel a little bit better on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't have to be a physical contact that you have with this person. It could just be a conversation that you're having on the phone, or a text message, or it could be a Zoom meeting. It could be whichever way, through your laptop camera. Pay attention to how those simple interactions make you feel. Those simple interactions and the emotions that those simple meetups give you are the ones that go a longer way. Okay? True happiness begins in small situations. One more card for Sag, and then we'll close out. All right, you have, and look at that, Jupiter energy to close off your reading, okay? This is the Wheel of Fortune. This means that fortune is coming to you. And like I told Aquarius, I'm telling you now, Sag, and it's coming out in your reading, you have to prepare. Things are getting even better for you. Don't pay attention too much to anything negative that's happening right now. Even if you are not getting what you want out of life on a personal level right now, that's going to change. Energy's fluid. Nothing lasts forever. And with time, we are given the opportunity to revise our actions and our approaches. And we're not going to stay stuck in a frame of mind or a way of thinking forever, okay? It eventually changes into something else. And this is a good luck card here. Jupiter energy, getting ready to go into Aquarius, all right? If you want to learn more about Jupiter going into Aquarius and all of those big opportunities that are about to happen in your life, go to cafeastrology.com, okay? And then you'll find out what your moon sign and your rising sign is about. I know that some of you hear me talk about that and you're like, what is she talking about? Do some research on yourself so you can learn more about who you are. You could be a fire sign with earth energy and not know it. You could be a Sag with Taurus moon and Virgo rising, or you could be a Sag with Libra energy and Gemini rising. You know, it's important to know those other aspects of yourself so that you can understand yourself better. If you're interested in a personal reading, that info is in the description box below. Take care, and I love you.